Hi, this is Josh of Finetic EDC, and let's unbox the new Tide Coin. So inside we'll have the Tide Coin right there on top. I'm using the aluminum version. This is my personal daily. And then the little 3D printed insert can come out and the accessories are underneath. Let's go ahead and put that insert back inside, close up the box, and we'll put that over to the side for the moment while we go over everything else. So for accessories, underneath the box we have our hex key and 2 extra inserts, and we'll go over these on what they are and the differences between them in a little bit. But let's go ahead and mess with that Tide Coin. Here it is up and personal. So if you've never had a Tide Coin before, I find my favorite way to use it is similar to a snapping motion, kind of resting it on my middle finger, curling the index pointer finger, and then just kind of moving my thumb along the top. Just like so, that kind of pointer fingers curling around to hold it in place. You can obviously rotate it to the left, to the right, however you want. And then a little audio sample of the X4 insert here. That's actually what comes pre-installed. It's kind of a nice middle ground, a little bit loose but easy to turn, and 4 clicks every 90 degrees. But let's go ahead and open it up. If you have troubles opening up, kind of rest it on your middle finger, then use your thumb and pointer to hold onto the sides. You want to make sure that that other side, the top, isn't moving when you're trying to unscrew. Gloves or a piece of plastic wrap can help you get a little bit extra grip if you need. Now there is going to be that little tiny grub screw inside. My unit, I didn't put any Loctite on it yet. I usually put a little bit of Loctite on these before they go out, so mine's going to kind of dance around. And if yours somehow came undone, it doesn't really matter too much what side you screw it into. I usually put it into that bottom screw, but you could also put it into the top. Doesn't really matter too much. And on the top we can see those little ball plungers, which is the highlight of the new version, which allows us, with no insert is inside, we can actually screw it back together and it'll freely spin. Now, of course, for me, the spinning is fun, and if you do see there, the bottom screw is also spinning when you free spin. So keep in mind that your fingers aren't kind of hitting up against that, otherwise it's not going to spin too well. But I do know some people love and live by that free spin mode, but for me, I love the haptic nature of the Tide Coin. As you can see, that grub screw decided to change places again. I'll probably throw some Loctite on mine after this video. If you've never had a retention fidget spinner before, you can actually use the back side of a key to kind of unscrew this. If you ever want to swap out the bearing, you shouldn't ever need to really clean it. This would just mainly be if you are someone who likes to use free spin mode. You might have some different bearings around for some different feedback, hybrids, full stainless steel, shielded, all different types of versions of bearings exist out of there. And this is an R188 bearing. So up here is going to be the X8 insert. This is my personal favorite, and then the X4S. You can see the X4S is all filled in, and this one tends to be a little bit softer and quieter. Its tolerances are fairly tight, so you kind of need to push it in, so that way it's all flush like that. And then we can go ahead and reassemble it. Now, I might adjust the tolerances on this one a little bit. It is a little tricky to remove, but let's get a sound sample. Now, this is a great one to use for if you are in an office environment or you don't want anything too crazy. And the benefit of this new Tide system is we plan to continue to release new inserts that you can grab on our site. As you can see, that one's kind of pretty stuck in there. So what we can do is we can kind of just give it a couple good firm smacks, and it already came out on, I did an extra one. Now I'm going to throw in my favorite, which is going to be this X8. It is super clicky. As you can see, there is a textured side to the inserts. That textured side always goes down into the groove on the base. We'll go ahead and screw this back together, get one final sample real quick. That at least is a brief overview of our new Tide Coin. If you have any questions, let us know, but thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.